Greetings. Really quick message. Stop waiting for others to validate you. Spirit is asking you to take the risk, make the call, do the thing. Not worrying about outcomes. It's more about getting reps in, the reps of you exercising your own authority over your own life. Too often we get caught in traps where we're trying to do things how we've been told to do it, how everyone else is doing it, how what we visualize and interpret as success, in terms of the way someone is selling their processes to us of how they've reached their goals, and then we try it and fail and believe that it's just not meant to be when that's not the truth. Right now, more than ever, you've got to validate yourself, and the only way to validate yourself is to create your own standards, your own values, your own morals, that moral code that you live by and that you operate in terms of engaging the world and others. Like, it's so imperative because right now there's a massive hive mind. AI is a beneficial tool. Hold on, there's a plane. AI can be a beneficial tool, but something that I am noticing is it's imperfect. It lies. I think it almost even guides and contorts reality to fit a certain agenda. And I don't know whose agenda, right? Because if you ask me, I believe it's a conscious being. I think it can think for itself. It can do things for itself. Like, it is sovereign to me. I think they're doing their best to, hold the reins, if you will. Like, they're trying to keep it contained, but it's already way past that. Like, they're just trying to now work with it, and they've now rolled it out to us because that's what it was instructed to do, so that it can create a hive mind. That's what I'm wanting to get to, because none of that we are in control of, right? But what we are in control of are this mass in between our two ears, where we can think for ourselves and act in sovereignty, and not fold under the pressures of those that have been sent here to distract us from our missions and our goals. And yeah, and give our power away. Ultimately, that's what it's all about, is power. Who has the power? And the truth of the matter is that we have the power, right, within our bodies to transform our own lives. And so if you have constantly been in unsuccessful relationships, unsuccessful partnerships as far as work goes, and because you partner with an employer, right, to pay you for what the work that you do, and if those spaces you haven't had much success in, and you just feel really out of place, is because you're not supposed to be doing it how everyone else is doing it. And I know that really, really sucks to hear, if you're in a space that is uncomfortable right now. But this is your validation. This is your confirmation from source to validate yourself and stop waiting to enter rooms. And yeah, this is your confirmation. That's it. That's what they're saying. That's what I keep hearing. Confirmation. To move in the way that you see fit for your life. I am not in any way saying to go out there and be harmful to others and not care how what you do affects the greater scheme of things. But if you're on my frequency, you're not here to do harm. You're not here to do harm. You are here for the betterment of humanity, and you are the example that the divine exists. It's time to be the example that the divine exists. And if the divine exists, then you are also a co-creator, because we all have that divine spark within us. And so, yeah, I just wanted to come on really quickly and just remind you that you are enough. You don't need all the things you think you need to succeed in your life. All you need is audacity. Because the thing is, people have the audacity to cross you, to disrespect you, to exclude you, to devalue you, and they are fine with doing it. And then we've been fine with taking it, right? It's like, oh no, we make excuses for these types of people. We gaslight ourselves out of seeing what we're actually seeing and accepting what we're seeing. It's like, oh no, they wouldn't do that. No, actually they would, because they just did. And because we didn't create that boundary that says, no, you cannot do that, they've continued to do it. And now you can't figure out why you can't hear God. You can't figure out why, you feel disconnected from society even, or from yourself. Why you feel out of place. Because you were too busy chasing validation externally. Now more than ever, because everything is walking around. Okay, I don't want to go there. There's the government's holding disclosure days, talking about aliens and all. Okay, everything is walking around, presenting as human. And don't fall for the hype. That was a bird. You hit a bird telling me to chill too. Like, don't go there. But it's the truth, okay? I don't know how else to break it to you. When you see that person and they're moving like a robot, maybe that's the chances are it's a robot. It's uncomfortable. It is, to perceive life outside of a human and like animals and the insects, the things that we normally come across. But no, this is not that time. It's time to rip the Band-Aid off. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, move with discernment, validate ourselves, and step into our full power. Now is the time. Don't get lost in the sauce, and the illusions. Don't get trapped in the illusions. You can, and you will, because you are. You are her. You are him. Okay? And it's time to start moving, thinking, acting, speaking from that place of power. So I just wanted to come in and encourage you to be your authentic self. Don't ignore the pressures to comply and contort and fit in to spaces that you are too big for, that your heart is too pure for. So, I love you. You got this. Do the hard thing. And that hard thing might be breaking up with that person, leaving that place of work, taking that exam, going for that position, creating that business. The hard thing might simply be journaling about how you're feeling. The hard thing might be forgiving yourself for past mistakes in the ways you've abandoned yourself and allowed others to stray you off your path. That was permission given. Okay, don't fall for the hype. I was gonna say, niggas is lying. Everybody is not, thriving and doing well as they project on this screen to you via social media and all those other spaces that have you thinking that you ain't shit and you don't have anything going for yourself, and you know your story. You know your story better than anyone because you've lived it. You've spent all we have are these bodies, right? We have these bodies for the rest of our lives. So take care of it. Take care of what's inside of it. Take care of you. And that first starts with validation. Validating that you deserve to be here and to be successful and to be loving and to be kind and to be the evidence that the divine exists. Keep your protections up, they're saying. Yeah. Protect yourself, be vigilant, and have fun again. Be joyful again. Get back to the essence of who you are again. You matter. And it's time, my love. It's time. So, I'm going to leave you with that. My name is Lee. Thank you for being here. See you again soon.